welcome back. And after what has it been, a 4 year, actually like a 6 year slump from YouTube, man. It's been a long time. And I genuinely feel like this is just the catalyst of who I am for YouTube. This is just one of those things I would consider like a manifesto. Like everything that has occurred over the last 6 years since I've been off YouTube has just been something that's just, I don't know, heavy hitters after heavy hitters. And I don't mean that in a negatively impacting way. I mean, life comes with the balance of light and dark, you feel me? So you gotta withhold all of that negativity even when it comes for you, feel me? So I really just, I don't know, I want to build that consistency, and now I just feel like I'm at the point in my life where I've really hit that it gets lonely when you headed towards the top type of era phase, you feel me? Like now then I've witnessed my best friend get killed, I've lost a child, I could go on, the list goes on, but it's just like now I just feel like I'm at the first peak of my life where I genuinely feel free from everything, free from people pleasing, free from just codependency on anything, like anything, women, drugs, just energy. Like it's just like now everything feels content. I feel I have the ease and I have the energy and actual determination to actually make these things happen now. And I just realized day after day after day that the potential I withhold from the world is crazy. Like the amount of just love and skill and talent and just compassion and everything else that I involve myself with is just constantly growing at a rapid rate. And now that I've found myself actually putting my foot in doors that I never was really too just really strict on myself for discipline for, and finding that when I'm now in those spaces I thrive, it just feels amazing. Like just being able to say, one, I'm a general artist. Like not too many people can consider themselves a jack of many trades with the actual skill set behind the things that they do, feel me? So being that I'm a artist, a designer, a musical artist, whether that be a writer, a producer, at a point I wanted to do some engineering, but it's just like all of these things go hand in hand with who I am, and just the perseverance I carry and just the discipline, determination, and just admirable qualities that I hold. I just cannot keep it bottled in anymore, and I just do not care who sees me. Like that's another thing that just lets me know like I have to do this. Like I'm slowly but surely really finding myself getting out of the fear of being seen for just being authentic, because being a, not even just a black man, but just being a man, being a human, just being a human in this world, being a human in this generation, it's not too many people that actually are uplifted for being authentic in their unique ways. It's a lot of people that get uplifted for being authentic in their negative ways that just create negative followers and negative reactions and impact and influence throughout the world. And there is no offense to anybody doing whatever they do, because it's your life, you know. Everybody lives their own individual life and has their own individual just desires on how they want to make an impact or influence in the world. And I just know I'm not one of those people who just wants to constantly carry that burden of like, is this who I am? Is this right? Should I be doing this? Like I have completely fell away from those thinking patterns and just found a really solid way of just being able to convey my energy and just really be really solidified within myself. Like currently I moved into my first independent apartment after sleeping on multiple couches, not having my own room, not having my own closet, having to still make ends meet for other people, having to be courteous to other people in my own staying place. It just feels so great now. It was just so overbearing just to constantly have to put myself second subconsciously and just intentionally, because I'm just a courteous person. I'm not one of those people who, growing up, my mom always put emphasis on don't overstay your welcome. So now I just feel content with completely being in my own energy. Not to say being alone or like working on yourself independently and focusing solely on the fact that I want to do it for myself and do it on my own because it's just more beneficial to me right now. Like I know long term, of course, I'm going to meet that soul tribe. I'm going to meet those people that are needed in my life in order for me to find productive elements and just find those people who just do that for me. You feel me? But I'm not worried about nobody that's not doing nothing for them nor for myself. You feel me? Like I'm done with stagnant people. I'm done just being around those people who just have no real self outlook for them or me. You feel me? Like it gets tiring. It's very tiring, especially growing up as a people pleaser and having all those codependent tendencies and just wanting to be seen. And now I just feel like if I see me, then I'm seen. If I hear me, I'm heard. You feel me? There's no more like, oh, should I, like, there is no questioning anything that I'm doing. And the only person I do question is God. Who can give you better advice in your life about your life other than you or the man who created you? You feel me? And created us. Not just to say like your parents didn't have any energy in the catalyst of just who you are, but like generally, I got to a point in time where I just felt like even your parents, like your relatives that you find closest to you that created you, just influenced most of your life, shouldn't hold the power to, like, they should not hold the power to be able to have the say so of what you do in every single way. There shouldn't be a person in this world that can tell you you should be doing this from a space of anything. There is such thing as advice, but I'm not going to let anybody dictate who I am. I will gladly take criticism, advice, whatever it may be, whatever it needs to be, but it's going to be for my own state of being, my own well state of being, because I'm not letting anyone put me in the rooms that they want me in. I want to put myself in those rooms that I've always wanted to be in because that's who I am and that's what I'm supposed to do. And the only way I can do that and that I find success in those footsteps is by listening to myself. And now I just got to a space where I have very solid foundation. Each year for the last 4 years has been pinnacle. Pinnacle? Shit, is that the word? I don't know. They have just been the peak elements I need to build the foundation for who I am. And now I just feel like I have such a solid amount of foundation built in just like who I am, my character, who I am as a man, who I am as a person, just who I want to be in the future, and just the goals and just dreams I've set for myself. And man, I sound a little funny. I just got 4 teeth pulled Friday, bruh. But I'm like, the grind does not stop. The grind does not stop, my guy. And it's just like one day at a time, one day at a time. Each day is just a given, it's a blessing. So I just take it as a lesson, you feel me? Every day, I just feel more and more connected and aligned with who I am. And I just feel like at this point, like, if I'm not posting on YouTube, bro, like, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna get anywhere, but like, the main thing that makes me want to pursue YouTube heavily again, and I didn't even really pursue it heavy. I had my little spurt where I did what I was supposed to do, but now I just feel like this is who I am. My message is important, and it's not just for the fact of it being important because I need to use it to influence people, but I need the message for myself. This is simply going to be one of those things where I look back next year and I look back at the progress that I've made, and I'm able to really reflect and understand and appreciate who I am, because I know personally, outside of just any of this surface level stuff like the media, societal beliefs, and just everything on that surface level is just, it's not cutting it. I gotta be more in tune with myself deeper, and just feel myself as a whole. I don't want to keep only feeling certain parts of myself and feeling accomplished because I've done small things. Each small thing, no matter the measurement, small, big things all cater to who I am, and they're all playing a equally important part and role in my life. But I just feel like if I'm not pushing myself to that next step of uncomfortability anymore, then I'm stagnant. And I can't be stagnant. I don't want to be stagnant. That's just something where the more and more I feel that sense of like, I could be doing this, but I'm doing this, and I have the option to actually pursue the things that I want to do, it just makes me feel sick. It's like being around people you know you're not, it's like being around the people you know are not good for you. No matter who it is, whether y'all are like this, two peas in a pod, everybody knows. I don't know if everybody knows. I feel it personally just because I'm an empath. I understand how energy works, and I understand what is really being catered in emotions and the human feeling in the mind, and I understand the anatomy of how we think and just what goes on within just the energetic body beyond the physical actual reaction of when we're interacting and encountering each other. And I just understand that even after finding the closest people, you feel me, that I thought were gonna be there to cater to me and like be able to be a team per se, or like not even just a team, not even just friends, bruh, just like people in general. Like, I understand that everyone isn't happy for you for the right reasons, and everybody doesn't want you to shine for the right reasons. You feel me? Some people just want to be a part of the come up. You feel me? Some people just want to reap the benefits. The list goes on. There's so many different reasons for people wanting to be around you, and I just feel I should not be giving access to, I shouldn't be giving access to people as easy as I did, because now I understand that I have a higher purpose than what I actually felt. I understand that now it's undeniable. Within the next, like, every single day, I'm getting closer and closer and closer and closer to who I want to be and who I've dreamt of being. And I just feel such a great sensation of just success and satisfaction and being able to do that, and knowing I'm the only person that's working behind the scenes for that, for me. You feel me? Like, I gotta keep grinding my ass off, and people make that seem like such a hard thing, and the more and more I've gotten closer to it and just gotten in touch with my feelings and self as a whole, I just understand that the grind is what you make it. Life is what you make it, literally. Like, I've heard that quote so many times, life is what you make it. And putting myself in that space of just dropping myself in that abyss of just unknown and feeling all those thoughts as I'm falling, and just feeling the just, I don't even want to say anxious, because now at this specific point in my life, I don't feel like I get anxiety. I don't feel like I get depression. Like, everything is just a felt emotion. It's all just a moment in time that you're supposed to feel yourself. Like, I don't feel like when I have any thoughts that make my mind race, I don't feel like that's anxiety. I just feel like it's a higher being. It's a higher feeling of self. And I'm just tired of underestimating myself and just complicating my life because I want to have that validation of I'm successful in somebody else's eyes or successful in somebody else's footsteps, when in reality, this is, like I said, the catalyst. Like, just being in this moment right here, sitting in front of this camera, looking at myself and just understanding this is all I had to do and all I have to keep doing. I don't care whether or not I'm following trends, whether or not I'm doing things to actually like relate to people, because the only thing that matters to me is just making myself feel like I matter. And through all energy, we all are considered matter. So I'm like, why would I consider myself only successful, or why would I only consider myself where I want to be based off of someone else's perspective of my life? Everyone's life and perspective is different regardless. Like, there is no same conceptualization of who we are based off what we go through. And it's just like, there is no more outside validity for me. Like, I don't care about anyone else's validation. I have completely stepped away and stepped outside of my body of just being that person who wants to be a influencer for other people. I want to be an influencer for myself. I want to put my own self in. I want to put my own self into consideration and ask my own self, is this what I'm supposed to be doing, from a state of mind of me being my own mentor? I don't care about just the mundane thoughts anymore. I'm just tired of being tired, you feel me? Like, now I have energy. I'm not, when I was constantly looking for those feeds of validation, I felt tired. And the tired I feel now is like a satisfied tired, if that makes sense. Like, I feel good knowing that I'm tired because of the fact that I'm just doing what I need to do. Like, I don't feel like that's something that hinders me anymore. Like, day by day, I'm running off of not that many hours of sleep at all. Like, not getting too much sleep over here, but it's not a bad thing to me anymore, because now I've adapted to the fact that it's something I have to do. You feel me? Like, it has to be like this in order for me to get to where I need to go. And that's just that. Like, every single day I gain so much clarity, so much downloads, so much just essential DNA for me to grow and just create that generational well-being. Not even generational wealth, generational well-being. That's something we need to hold ourselves to. Fuck all the finances, fuck all the physical abundance, the materialistic things that we consider to be successful. I'm successful solely for being able to do the things I can. I'm successful for being able to live. So it's just the small things that I account for that make me feel valid. And in this generation, we don't have too many actual people that do that from a state of mind like that. We don't have too many people in this generation that believe in themselves. Like, generally, I know this is going to be 2025. This isn't even the new year. That's another thing that just makes me laugh. Like, I don't believe this is the new year. We don't actually complete the year until we go into the evolving season. You feel me? Why would we go into a new year when the natural universe is dying, in a sense? Because winter is like, that's when everything dies. That's when there's no greenery. That's when everything is not necessarily lively. It's just thriving because of the people. It's not the natural organic thriving, if that makes sense. So I understand that, like, this is all a set and plan just to kind of create a just distraction from who we actually are and where we're supposed to actually be at as a society, and just looking at all these societal holidays. Like, I feel like as a people we should create our own holidays, now that I think about it, because it's like, when I look at how our years actually move and where they have each holiday set in the month, it's all to just cater together towards the agenda. And now that I understand that, I have just soulfully moved away from the outside. Now I am on both sides, looking in both sides. I'm on the outside looking in, and I'm on the inside looking out. And it just feels so complete. I understand where I am, who I am, and what I am. And I just know I'm gonna make it. I know I'm gonna make it. I've always known I'm gonna be something big, but now I truly feel it. I genuinely feel the energy of what it feels like to be a high value person. And I just know this is literally just a breadcrumb from the feast that I'm receiving right now. And like, it's just not too much I can say. Like, I just have to make this video just because I need to do this to break the ice. I need this to break the limits. This is going to be one of those things where after I close this video down, I'm gonna go into prayer. I'm gonna thank God, and I'm just gonna find this. This is my monetization for myself. This right here is how I feel monetized, just being able to speak to myself with a passion, being able to speak and understand, who is this king? I'm that king, you feel me? Like, it's just a different type of power I hold over myself now, a different pedestal that I put myself on. I'm no longer putting myself on a pedestal trying to feel like I want to be the best or I want to be the greatest ever of all time. Like, I'm a GOAT in my own life. You feel me? I don't need to be the GOAT to anyone else but my own self. Because at the end of the day, you come in this world by yourself, you go out this world by yourself. So what's the point in constantly feeding for that feeling of, oh yeah, I did it, now everyone knows what I'm made of? And like, I want to know what I'm made of, and I want to show myself. I want to show myself what I'm made of, because at the end of the day, I have just went through so much trauma growing up, and just being able to come to this standpoint that I'm at right now is good enough. It's good enough. And I just know I'm getting goosebumps just saying and feeling these emotions right now, because I understand this is going to be one of those moments I look back at a year from now, a month from now, a week from now, tomorrow, like in an hour, and I'm going to continuously be proud of myself for doing it, because I understand this was just one of those things to get me in the door. It was one of those things that I had to do in order for me to get there, and I'm making it happen every single day. I'm making it happen. There is no doubt about it. I won't stop growing. I won't ever go back to being stagnant. I'm not letting anyone hold any control or dictatorship over my life. It doesn't matter. No authoritative figures. I am the authoritative figure. I'm here. 2024, 2025, every single year from now on will be my year. Every day will be my day. Every minute will be my minute. Every second will be my second. Everything is everything, and everything is me, and I am everything. So I I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, where this video is gonna go. I don't know if it's gonna do well, if it's gonna do bad, but I felt I did well here and I did my job. I played my part. So therefore, that is just all I had to do. This is just, hey, we here. I'm here. And anybody that's watching this, if you're going through any hard times, any times of self-limiting beliefs, anything of the sort, just know there is a way. Nothing is impossible. You can get through anything as long as you want to. And if you truly want to, there is nothing that can't follow it. Like, seeing that I wanted to do blase, I wanted to become a good musical artist and any of that, be a good designer, any of that, knowing that and watching myself go through those moments where I could be doing something to better myself or just help myself, even in small ways. I understand it now, literally. I just feel it. I know I'm doing exactly what is destined in my purpose and plan. And you will get through it. You will get through it. Everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. So just keep being you and just keep giving yourself the grace of just being a human. We're all human, having a just life experience. Enjoy it. There's no reason to constantly feel like you're not enough because someone doesn't see you that way. You should feel enough because you are enough and you're a person. You feel emotions, you feel everything. So that's the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter about what you got, who you got, where you going, where you came from. It's all about who you are. And I just know it's time. There's no more excuses, bruh. That's all I keep seeing, all I keep feeling, all I keep hearing. Keep seeing all these mutual people that share a similar energy to me, that are in these high positions of authority, and it's just like, that could be me. You feel me? Like, why can't it be me? Why can't I do those things? Or why do I feel that I can't be one of those people? You feel me? And it's all because I'm looking at myself from another person's perspective rather than understanding that as long as I'm authentic and I continue to be myself, the people that are supposed to follow me along that path and find me and love me and see me and hear me are gonna come no matter what, because that's just what is supposed to happen. Even if it's not millions of people, even if it's one person, bro, even if that one person remains you for the rest of your life, as long as you know that that is who is supposed to be there, you cannot go wrong. With that being said, like, that's all the messages I'm really feeling like I need to get out right now. I'm gonna leave this message here for anyone that needs it.